And at number 5 even, we have Samurott, which is first of a few water type starters, let's just say that much.
Lots of starters coming up now.
Yeah, heads up.
Pure water type here.
So,
2 weaknesses,
yep,
that's it.
yep, pure water. It's known quite well as being special attack, but it's got a heap of HP. Its attack and its special attack isn't too different, to be honest. 8 points different, so it's pretty decent whichever way you want to go for it.
And if you are going for a samurai, I recommend Shell instead of Torrent.
But shell armor is difficult to get.
It is the hidden ability, yes, but with the right setup, you can easily find one.
Type of its type coverage is pretty damn good. I mean, it gets bug type moves easily.
Gets bug, fighting, water.
I'm just thinking about
ice.
like going up against its weaknesses, because it's got a this grass weakness, so it gets bug type to counteract that. It also gets toxic, but gets flying, it gets aerial ace.
It gets a dark move, it gets a flying move.
Gets bug, dragon, grass moves, water moves, fighting moves, normal moves.
Honestly, of the stars, I think Samurai has the most diverse.
And transfer only move with Gen 6 gets dig.
Yes, because that's what it means.
Well, that actually covers its electric weakness.
True.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for something that would cover both of its weaknesses. And it has plenty of bug type moves to go against its grass weakness. But you can only transfer it with dig. And flying as well, true. But if we go on to the next one, oh dear, we have
okay, number 4. Okay, it's a
seven. It's a 7-way.
For Cave and Blastoise.
So yeah, we have a 7-way tie, guys. Golisopod, Primarina, Greninja, Empoleon, Walrein, Feraligatr, and Blastoise, all at 530. If we go to Golisopod first, we'll have a look at that and how awkward it will be to play with.
Yeah, just remember, if that 50% this thing decides to just
bugger off,
bitch,
decides to bugger off. But it swaps out one weakness for 2 more ones because it's got a bug water type, so it gets and rock.
Yes, well, look at those stats.
The attack and defense stats, good. And then special defense and HP.
Special defense isn't bad either.
HP is pretty decent. But
yeah.
We have a lovely little look at its types, moves and such. Oh, first impression.
Always go for first impression.
What's your first impression for it? What's your impression of it?
Well, I'm talking about the move first impression.
I know. It only works the first move it is in battle. First time the user is in battle, so it's a bit shite. So yeah, I'm just trying to look at moves that would cover against its weaknesses. So we got the fighting type to cover rock type weaknesses.
Yep.
We've got Rock Tomb to cover the flying type weakness. Now we just need a ground type move. Oh, spikes. Oh no, Drill Run, move tutor. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. It can cover all of its weaknesses perfectly.
Indeed, it can. It's shiny.
It doesn't make it any better against them, but
it's still got that. It's got that diversity that it so desperately needs with that strange typing.
And shiny is actually pretty good.
I mean, it changes tealish for white, and then triangles into blue, and then the arrowy thing to red.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty decent. So now let's go.
Most of the shinies out there.
Let's go to Primarina now.
Yeah, we're gonna blast through these ones because we don't want to sit here for days.
I mean, we've already been recording for 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Primarina, Water Fairy. Yay!
Has a lot of resistances, and only adds one new weakness, being poison type, because of its fairy type. It would usually have a steel type weakness as well, but the water type nullifies it. High
Really?
special. Well, it would normally have a fairy type would normally have a poison and steel type weaknesses, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I didn't know water resists steel.
Well, if you look at the type defenses on this one,
Yeah, I see that.
doesn't show steel as being 2 times effective.
Okay then.
I didn't know either, but I was just looking at it and it works perfectly for me. High special attack,
Yeah.
high special defense, low speed, middle everything else. Has it got any second type moves? Yes, it does, to cover the poison type weakness. Does it have any? It has ice type moves to cover the grass type weakness. Does it have any ground type moves? Probably not.
No.
That's shiny though. I don't like it. I do not like the shiny.
Why does it turn blonde?
I don't know, and I don't like it.
Well, I'm blonde now.
I decided to dye my hair.
Okay, I guess moving right on to the next one.
Next one is Greninja, so Ash's favourite.
Ash's technical most powerful Pokemon.
Yes. High speed,
No, so
special attack and attack at best. Then defense is a meh. It's basically a thief class.
It's a glass cannon.
It's a glass cannon, and if it was in another RPG, it would be like a thief. Gets new weaknesses. 3 new weaknesses, being fighting, bug, and fairy because of its dark typing.
Yep.
I would recommend you getting its hidden ability, but then everyone would because, oh yeah, it changes its type to match the type of that move.
And with its diverse moveset.
You can screw everyone around.
Like, I'm dark, I'm psychic, I'm water, I'm ghost.
I'm normal, I'm grass, I'm bug. I'm fighting, I'm poison.
It's like, I am every type that you possibly don't have a weakness or strength against. Bye.
Bye. And now we go to Empoleon, water steel type from 4th gen, starter and all of that stuff. It's got some new stuff. If I can click on it and get it up. Whoops. It has 2 new. It swaps out its grass type weakness again.
I'll be right back.
Alright. But like I said, it swaps out its grass type weakness for a fighting and ground type weaknesses. It does have an immunity to poison, which is pretty damn useful. Special attack and special defense are its best 2 stats. And I would recommend its hidden ability, I think.
Okay, where are you?
I'm just looking at the hidden ability and stuff. I've looked at the stats and the type of defenses and everything.
Oh, for Empoleon?
Yes.
Okay.
So now let's look at the moves learned. So it gets flying type moves, water type moves, normal type moves, steel type moves.
Ice type, ground type, fighting type, rock type,
Poison type, psychic type,
ghost type.
grass type.
Yeah. Empoleon is pretty all around as well.
And it gets Aqua Ring by Egg move as well. Gets a bug type move if you go from Move Tutor.
Yep.
And then transfer only moves. Fury Cutter, Gen 4. And then there's like a select. There's only one that's from Gen 5 by transfer, which is Pluck. But it doesn't have. Its shiny is pretty damn cool. I really like its shiny.
Yeah, too bad most of Empoleon's moves that you can learn no matter what are physical.
Which.
Because it's a special attacker.
But it. That's the main issue. But then it
Look
does.
at all those resistances.
Yeah. Has a flip ton of them. Fairy, steel, ice, dragon, rock, bug, psychic, flying, normal, and water type. With an immunity to poison and 3 weaknesses. Just has
Everything else is neutral.
Yup.
So moving on to Walrein.
Yep, moving on to Walrein. Once
Yay! Ice water.
one of the most common type combinations.
And look at all those stats.
attacking speed are its lowest, HP is its highest, so it's a tank. Its defenses are okay. Its attack stats meh. Special attack's pretty good. That's 4 weaknesses because of the added ice type, which are the fighting and rock type weaknesses. And let's move over to types because we are at 36 minutes into recording.
This is going to be the longest video you've ever.
Probably.
All because of the 7-way tie.
No, we were already at 30 before that.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So we got dark type, normal type, ice type, water type, rock type, psychic type, ground type, poison type, ghost type, bug type, fighting type, and its shiny's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to Feraligatr.
Pure water, so it only has 2 weaknesses, being grass and electric.
Give it the sheer force ability because yes.
Because why not?
The physical attacker, don't care about anything else. Its physical defense is pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. Gets agility at level 1, which is pretty damn good.
Yes, to help that speed.
And it does get type effective moves to cover its type weaknesses. Gets Aerial Ace.
And it's mostly physical, so.
Gets Aerial Ace and Earthquake by TM.
Yes, because this alligator can now fly.
And this alligator can now create earthquakes. And it can also learn.
All the Gen 2 starters can learn Earthquake.
Don't understand.
They're all fat.
Typhlosion isn't fat. What are you on about? Anyway, it gets Dragon Tail. It's got Dragon Tail, Ancient Power, Giga Impact, Swords Dance. Like, personally for me, I don't like using I don't like using moves that take a turn to recharge or give you recoil damage. Something I've never been into. It's literally never. One thing I never understand about anything in Pokemon is why water-type Pokemon get Water Sport as moves. And why a lot of ground-type Pokemon get freaking... I don't understand why Pokemon who aren't weak against those types...
How about the ground types getting Mud Sport?
Exactly, and they're immune to freaking electric-type moves. Like, what?
The moves are meant for you to use in double battles.
Still stupid.
It
gets the Mega Punch and Mega Kick with transferring them in from Gen 3. Which is pretty interesting because Mega Punch and Mega Kick aren't very well known moves.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of type effectiveness even with the transfer moves, to be honest.
Yep.
But let's move on to our next one in this list, on our last one, which is Blastoise. Yay! We're finally done with the 7-way tie.
Yes. Blastoise is a tank.
Literal definition, 105 special defense and 100 defense. But his other stats aren't anything to sneeze at, to be honest.
No.
They're pretty damn decent.
Give it Rain Dish and Rain Dance.
Yep.
And you got yourself a tank.
I mean, all of the other stats are between 78 and 85. They're all pretty decent. But
yeah.
To Gen 1 Pokemon, it gets some diversity as well. It gets Earthquake, it gets Flash Cannon as well, which I really like, especially if we were to talk about the Mega Evolutions, but meh. Just
screw the Mega Evolutions.
Rock type moves, ground type moves, dark type moves, steel type moves, dragon type moves, fighting type moves, water type moves, normal type moves, ice type moves, psychic type moves, bug type moves with signal beam. Again, it gets the Mega type, Mega Kick and Mega Punch, which again aren't very well known. Both normal type moves and Mega Kick with 100 power, being both physical moves, which attack and special attack are only 2 apart, so it's not like you could call it a mix between those two. But it's mainly defense and a tank.
If you want to call it an attacker, it's a mix.
Yeah. So let's move on to a number 3, which is another tie. Thank God it's not another 7-way tie. Because if it was, I think we'd both be dying.
Yes. Number 3 is Swampert and Lapras.
At 535. Now, since Swampert is my favourite Pokemon, I think I can take this one for the majority of it. I think that's fair.
You take Swampert, I'll take Lapras. Lapras is one of my favorite water types.
So it works out perfectly. So, again, water ground, 1 weakness, quad weak, grass. Because it's got a ground type, it has immunity to electric types, which is really, really useful. And it has 5 resistances, fire, rock, poison and steel, and everything else is neutral. So we get some pretty interesting, we've got quite a lot of diversity with moves. We've got hammer arm, we've got like fighting type moves, normal type moves, ground, water, poison, ice, rock, and then we've got rest, which every Pokemon I think learns. We've got barrier as well, mirror coat. It's pretty diverse and it covers its weaknesses. It gets outrage as well.
Yep.
And transfer only moves. Meh, they're all other types. I'm not so sure if I'm keen on the shade of purple they used for it, though, for its shiny.
I'm not a fan of the purple shinies in general.
Some purple shinies look good. Others just look meh.
So moving on to Lapras.
If you want to know its best at its attack, so you'd be best to use it as an attacker over special attacker, because attack 110, special attack 85. But its speed is where it really goes down, but then again, what do you expect? It's a ground type.
Yeah. So moving on to Lapras?
Yep, on to Lapras.
Lapras, water ice type. Go figure. And it is pretty bulky for what it is.
At the same time, they just slapped ice type onto so many Pokemon in Gen 1.
Yeah, give it shell armors to prevent it from being hit extra hard.
Or,
for those
or hydration as well.
Yeah?
Hydration could be pretty useful. Water absorb, not so much. HP, flipping hell.
The HP is its highest stat at 130. Second highest stat, though, is special defense at 95.
Yep. But
everything else
in
is...
Gen 1, its special stat, because they were combined, it was 95. So special attack and special defense were both 95 at that time.
Yes. Yes, it was. And it was scary. Its weaknesses are electric, grass, fighting, and rock, just like every other water ice type out there.
Yep.
Quad resist ice. Yeah.
Not like it matters.
Yeah. Moving on to its moveset, it's got a decent variety, not through levels, but through its TMs.
But then again, Perish Song. Perish Song is a pretty interesting one. And it gets Confuser as well.
Yes.
And Sing.
Yep.
It's pretty good with its stats, like with its status effect inducing moves. Toxic.
Yeah, don't forget, it has all these wonderful electric moves, psychic moves, ground moves.
Steel move with Smart Strike. I almost couldn't say it right. Yep. Freeze Dry as well, which is pretty good. Get Dragon type moves.
And
get Signal Beam as well.
Yeah, Signal Beam. Transfer only moves. You got Dragon Rage, Dragon Breath from Generations 1 and 2.
Yep, you've got Solar Beam from Gen 1.
Yes, because that's what this thing needed.
I know, right? Zap Cannon from Gen 2 as well.
Yeah.
Skull Bash.
Its shiny is actually one of the purple ones that I like.
Yeah, it's pretty nice shiny. If we go on to our next one, which is number 2, again, it's a tie.
Another tie!
And it's a 3-way.
Oh my god, why are there so many ties?
Because it's Pokemon, they had to tie so many Pokemon together.
It's a Digimon.
You've got Milotic, Kingdra, and Gyarados at 540. So, Milotic, I say Milotic, but where?
I don't care how you say its name. I don't use it.
I don't use it either, but it's a glorious Pokemon. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It is a Steve Snake. It is cool. So Marvel Scale, that's pretty useful. Competitive, Cute Charm is just no. I don't see why they need Cute Charm as the hidden ability. Special attack, holy shit. Only has 2 weaknesses because it's a pure water type.
Yep.
And it's the Magikarp clone of Gen 3.
Yes, you can tell because its previous form is the ugliest thing known to mankind. It's called Feebas.
And also, it's not even just that, it's just the fact that Feebas is shite. And it's incredibly difficult to find. Anyways, so type it.
I got one through Wonder Trade once.
Yeah, lucky you. Moves learnt by level up. It gets Dragon Tail, which is an interesting one to me. Foil as well. Gets Disarming Voice. Refresh. Rain Dance. Then it gets Toxic as well. It gets Brutal Swing. With TMs. Light Screen.
What was I want to get Brutal Swing?
Don't know. And then moves learnt on evolution with Water Pulse, regardless of level. Then Egg moves, Confuse Ray, Dragon's Breath, Dragon Pulse, Haze, Hypnosis. Oh my.
Hey!
Move Tutor moves, Dragon Pulse, Icy... Dragon Pulse is literally everywhere. Iron Tail and Iron Head. Ooh, interesting.
Going back to its egg moves, Mud Sword is actually good for once.
For once, yeah, exactly.
Something that can use it.
It makes sense for it to be used, even.
Yeah.
And transfer only moves, Avalanche, Dive, Mud Slap, and Whirlpool are the 4 that really jump out to me. Probably because they're not normal type moves.
Yeah? Ooh, I didn't know that's what shiny looked like.
Huh?
I'm looking at it shiny.
That's pretty.
I didn't know that's what it looked like.
Do you like it?
Yes.
I think you have a giant grin on your face.
I
think you have a giant grin on your face, don't you?
No.
Kingdra now, which is Gen 2, if I... Yep. I always get confused because its pre-evolutions are in Gen 1.
Yeah, it is the Gen 2 Dragon main of the Gen 2 Dragon Gym. AKA, hey.
Instead of electric and grass weaknesses, it now has dragon and fairy weaknesses. Which I find quite interesting. It's completely changed. But it's pretty well rounded, to be honest, with its stats.
75, 95, 95, 95, 95, 85.
Yep. HP and speed are the only ones that aren't 95. That's just the best way of putting it.
Don't bring a fire or a water type to fight this thing.
And also, remember, it's a trade evolution, so it's a bit of an iffy one to actually work with.
Yeah, you need either 2 people or 2 copies of the game.
And one with a dragon scale.
Yes.
Which is quite a difficult one to find, isn't it? One of the rare It's one of the more difficult items to find. Trading.
Yeah.
Water type moves, dragon type moves, psychic type moves, ice type moves, poison type moves, dark type moves. It's Quash, which isn't a very well-known move.
Pretty much the same things, although Signal Beam.
Outrage. It gets Bounce as well with Move Tutor.
That's not bad.
Iron Head, Signal Beam.
And transfer only moves, there's nothing really good.
Curse is interesting.
Yeah.
And if you like using recoil moves, it has got double edge.
Yeah.
Transfer. And now to Gyarados.
The classic scary behemoth that no one wants to come across in Gen 1.
And now also has a Mega Evolution, because why the hell not?
Yeah, subs out that flying type for a dark type.
Yes. And it gets 100 more stat points. Anyway, 540.
This is one Pokemon I say don't keep its natural ability. Go for its hidden one.
Yes.
Moxie's a lot better than Intimidate.
Especially on this Pokemon.
I mean, Intimidate makes sense for it at least.
Yes, but look at how astronomical its base attack is.
Yes.
That's why you want Moxie.
However, do not let this thing counter a Pikachu.
No. Definitely not. Quad weak to electric, and it also subs out its grass weakness for a rock type weakness, and rock types are pretty common, really, in competitive, if I'm thinking.
In
There's
most
stealth rocks and everything.
where you can find a Gyarados, you can also find a Geodude not far away.
Yeah. But dark type, dragon type, normal type, ice type, water type, poison type, electric type, which is actually quite interesting to me.
Ground type.
I'm flamethrower, fire blast.
Yep. Gyarados can actually breathe fire. If you read its Pokedex entries, it actually says how a Gyarados burned down a town.
True, that's in Gen 2, isn't it?
Let's see.
That in gold, they say that during past wars, Gyarados would appear in new blazing runes in its wake.
Yeah. The Pokedex has a pointing thing that says Gyarados can breathe fire now.
In Pearl, it says about it as well.
Yeah.
And in Platinum, and Heart Gold.
Black, white, black 2, white 2.
X.
Yeah.
Not really X, actually.
Yeah.
Sun.
And of course, you can't forget about the signature move that no one wants to have a Gyarados to have, Hyper Beam.
Oof.
Of course, you only want to have Hyper Beam on Gyarados pre-Generation 4. Because that's when normal type moves were still counted as physical.
Yes.
No one wanted to be hit by a Hyper Beam.
Not anymore.
Not ever.
Its shiny is the first shiny anyone will ever really find if they've played Gen 2.
It's the common shiny that everyone knows. And no one will you if you find a wild shiny Gyarados.
And let's move on to our number 1, which it needs a lot of talking about, I feel.
The thing that is the most situational water Pokemon ever.
The only thing that you can really count as situational. Because its base stats, let's just get it out of the way, it's wishy-washy.
Yay! School form only.
Yep. The solo form, it's rubbish.
Yes.
Even
if you
with
bring
its
solo form into a fight, you're screwed.
Yep. Its stats in school form are horrendous. It still keeps its horrendous speed and horrendous HP in its school form, though.
Yeah.
But
every other stat just skyrockets.
Yeah. From 20 attack to 140. 20 defense to 130. 25 special attack to 140. And 25 special defense to 135.
Yeah, pretty much if you see this thing swimming your way, hope and pray you got something that can zap it hard and fast.
Pikachu.
No, Pikachu would die to this thing. Because, oh, would you look at that? It gets Earthquake.
Oh, crap.
Yep. Oh, would you look at that? It also gets Ice Speed.
Yeah.
It covers its 2 weaknesses.
But its speed does not help.
No, its speed is something. A Jolteon could probably take it out fairly easily on its own.
And its shiny is just bland as hell.
What's its shiny? Ew.
It literally practically just changes the colour of its eyes and that's it.
Well, it also adds a yellow tint.
But yeah, let's just run over the type. each of the top 10 again. 10, Seismitoad.
9, Poliwrath.
8, Tentacruel.
7 is Starmie.
6 is Vaporeon and
Cloyster.
5 is Samurott.
4 is Golisopod.
Primarina.
Greninja.
Empoleon.
Walrein.
Ralligator.
And Blastoise.
3 is Swampert.
And Lapras.
2 is Milotic.
Kingdra.
And Gyarados.
And number 1
is
everyone's favorite.
Wishy-Washy, but only in school form.
Yeah, and don't let this thing drop below a certain amount of health.
A quarter. Let's just put it this way. Behind Wishy-Washy, if it's only if it's in school form, it's at 620 stat total. The closest one after that is 540. Keeping in mind that Wishy-Washy is not a legendary of any kind. It's not a mega or a mythical or anything that is special in that regard. It's just a normal average Pokemon that has gargantuan stats in situations.
Well, needless to say, that is pretty damn scary.
Exactly. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, and possibly even subscribing. And I'll put Joe's links in the description as well, in case you want to subscribe to him. This has been Pika and Joe, and we're signing off for now. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!